Don't try this at home.
That is the warning from the FDA today about another wild TikTok trend.
Tia Ewing has more from the live desk, and this one is just unbelievable.
Well, Dawn and Anthony, it's not just unbelievable, it's absolutely disgusting when you look at it.
Reddit. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Keep an eye on the swerving white Kia. Police say the driver hanging out the window is charged with 5 felonies, including stealing the car he's driving and hit and run.
So this is the Island Boys OnlyFans, and look what it says. You don't know what we do behind closed doors, no cameras. We know what y'all mooks do behind closed doors. Stop it. You're not gonna convince me, this new era, you're not gonna convince me that brothers do this and lock tongues. These two guys, I believe that they're fucking each other, and it's not okay. This new era, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. It's not okay for brothers to have sex with each other.
Alright, enough of that. Some of y'all already know, but clout is one hell of a drug. Scratch that, it's one hell of an epidemic. I remember when trends were a fun thing of internet culture. The cinnamon challenge, the ice bucket challenge, planking. When you would hear that, or back when the Charlie challenge got me and the boys summoning demons at recess. And these trends were harmless and innocent. Well, for the most part. But what the hell happened to these trends, bro? Like, just some of the most recent and insane trends off the top of my head that has injured or killed people, such as, but not limited to, Tide Pod challenge, Kia challenge, Devious Lick challenge, NyQuil chicken challenge, Blackout challenge, Milk Crate challenge. Y'all remember when flipping a water bottle was like the coolest thing ever. But now we got people eating cleaning detergent, committing Grand Theft Auto, jumping off a speeding boat and snapping their necks. This.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Man, trends have become a byproduct of brain rot, and even more so challenges. Challenges are not even real challenges anymore. Like, what is the actual goal? Try not to die so you can do more TikTok challenges? And yeah, internet trends have always been kinda dumb and weird, but now it's like times 10. But each one comes and goes, being more dumb, more weird, more dangerous, anything to get your attention. And the absolute sick and wicked things that these influencers will do to get your attention is downright foul. And the absolute dark side, or really the stupid side of these TikTok trends, is how many people have died or have life-altering injuries. Like, most of the articles and videos that I've watched of past dangerous TikTok trends conclude with a kid's death or near-death experience. And it's just mind-boggling how much pain and suffering will one go through in result of seeking attention that could have been so easily avoided over a trend that's so easily forgettable. This is natural selection at its finest, and this is so heavily prevalent in children. As a former child myself, kids are dumb, dangerously dumb. Any intrusive thought or outside influence will spark curiosity that one may never recover from. A small story time for you. I was a toddler that just got the walking update, and Bob the Builder was my but there was something about Bob the Builder's hard hat. I envied his hat, and I needed it. And one day, me and my older sister are in my uncle's backyard, 100% chilling and 100% unsupervised. And I came across this rock, and it kinda resembled Bob's hard hat, although it wasn't yellow, but for a 5-year-old, it was enough. With all my strength, I picked it up over my head, ready to receive the swagger of Bob the Built. And that's when I learned, just like Isaac Newton, if you drop something, it will indeed fall. But till this day, my mother still praises the Lord for my skull not shattering to a million pieces, nonetheless having any brain damage. I think I have no brain damage. Anyways, kids are dumb because they don't know anything. But how much dumber will they get when they receive a 12.9-inch iPad Pro that's the size of their body, with a daily 6+ hours of neglect from their parents, only to fill that time up with the most absolute garbage kid content and TikTok trends that the algorithm spits out. Not only are these kids' attention spans are fried before they can get into elementary school, but they will take everything as legitimate and truth. Now we're having all these kids having their own versions of the rock to the head incident, downing a bottle of Fabuloso cleaner because TikTok said it's grape juice, setting themselves on fire thinking that they'll get superpowers or something, or putting bleach in their eyes thinking that'll change their eye color. Bro, these kids' inner monologue is going to be the TikTok AI text-to-speech lady, I swear.
Oh, come on. Just give them what they want.
But more often than not, these kids are being raised up by the internet, and the parents are just like, oh, little Jimmy, where will you get this crazy idea of giving yourself a lobotomy to achieve unspoken riz? Well, mother, ever since you stopped breastfeeding me from the rightful age of 5, you've neglected me for the average time of 8 hours a day, only leaving me with this iPad the size of my body, and an infinite sea of 60-second content overflowing with brainless, reckless, and wicked content. This is what I dream. This is what I eat. You cannot fathom of what I have witnessed. I am not your son. The Baphomet must be worshipped. Mom? Everyone loves nostalgia, the looking back at the good old days when times were simple and easy. Me and my older sister were born and raised in the early 2000s, and we always ramble about how great the 2000s and the early 2010s were. From all the music, the games, the movies, the TV shows when Gen X was still a thing. Some of y'all will never know. And I have a really young sister, and every time she hears me and my sister talking about the 2000s and our childhood, she's like, "What's that?" and just has no idea what we're talking about. Which is fine, we are 10 years apart, and this got me thinking. When the tablet babies grow up and become young adults, what will their form of nostalgia be? What do the good old days look like for them? Watching Andrew Tate repost Tide Pod and NyQuil chicken challenges? Watching Pinky Dinky lick ice cream for the millionth time? Is oversized phones and tablets with long scrolling hours of wicked content really a good childhood? And the time that I went out to eat with my family, only to hear the booth behind me, these two kids talking about how upset they were that Andrew Tate went to jail, and women this, Matrix that, and the parents are just totally oblivious. And I was like, bro, you are 8 years old. You need to worry about the next Minecraft Trails and Tales update. If I ever get a hoe pregnant, I mean, when I have kids with my future wife, they ain't getting a phone. They getting that flip phone with that sweet 3G LTE data. Man, scratch that. They're getting that. And the day that they ask, "Dad, I'm tired of this flip phone. I want a new iPhone 36 M12 Ultra Pro Max with 64 gigabytes of RAM and 3 terabytes of storage." Bruh, you ain't getting no phone until you max out your Roth IRA and your 401k. Until then and only then, you ain't getting no phone. But most importantly, they ain't getting neglected. In conclusion, I don't even know what else to say. As I'm literally finishing up this video, 2 more stories have just came out, just more about this same insanity stuff. We're really in the end times, and only if there was something or someone that can save us in these last days.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I saw. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? Yeah, I saw. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next?